Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Shalom. I do videos on artists, new music releases, and just musicy stuff, and sometimes just on deeper topics when I feel like it, because why not? If you like how that sounds, press that subscribe button, press the bell icon so you're notified each time I post, and I post every Tuesday and Saturday to get that out of the way. And if you guys are returning, hello, it is me. You know how it gets, you know how it goes. You've probably seen the title of this and you're probably like, what is she on about? But I have a couple of people who I generally want to talk about, and obviously this video is how mediocrity is the norm, because I was sort of going through, I always see on TikTok and Twitter people being like, the music industry just isn't the same anymore, and I kind of agree, and the reason why is because really true talent isn't appreciated. And I have a couple of case studies or like artists who I think are just meh. They're just there. I don't really like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys wonder why the music industry is so bad, but then yet you like put all the people I'm gonna name on such a high pedestal, and then the people who are actually talented, they just be in the background, and it even takes a couple years, if not so much more longer than the people I named. So I'm gonna get right into that, and you guys are probably gonna throw trash at me or rubbish, but I'm gonna say Taylor Swift, because in my opinion, I have never been gagged. I don't hate Taylor Swift. Some people think I hate Taylor Swift. I don't hate anyone, first of all. That's gonna get out of the way. I might dislike someone, but I don't hate anyone. Hate is just such a strong word, guys. Let's just normalize not using that all the time. But Taylor Swift, I have just never been gagged by Taylor Swift. I was on TikTok and I'll try and put it up, but it was a Taylor Swift performance and she was doing Look What You Made Me Do. And literally, I'm just gonna do what she did. She literally sang, oh, the old Taylor is dead now. Oh, because she can't come to the phone. And then after that, she drops down to the floor on her knees and like whips her hair, and the crowd was going nuts. Like, in the comments, people were like, I'm so gagged, like, this is amazing, like, she is such a queen for doing the bare minimum, for just dropping down her to her knees. Like, bro, I wonder what Swifties think when they see like a 2-minute Beyonce performance. They must be like, they must go into like some trance, because I've never been gagged. I feel like it is generally just sort of like white mediocrity. I said what I said. I don't care if you come for me in the comments. It really, please, someone tell me a Taylor Swift performance where you've actually been like, oh my gosh, like, I've never been like, oh my gosh, this is true talent. This is amazing. And a lot of people always say like, why don't you like Taylor Swift? And oh, like, you always pick on Taylor Swift. Because I'm black. I'm a black, dark-skinned female. There you go. That's my answer. That's why I don't listen to Taylor Swift. And if you kind of look at the other pop girlies, like, I don't know, Ariana or Miley Cyrus or any other pop girlie, if you see their fan base is just like so diverse. Like, for example, if you've watched the Sweetener documentary on Netflix for Ariana Grande's album Sweetener, like, when you see the crowd, like when they get shots of the crowd, there's black people there, there's like black people, like light skin, dark skin, there's Asian people, there's women who are wearing headscarves and hijabs. Like, it's really diverse. There's white people. But then with Taylor Swift, it's just not diverse, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not Taylor Swift like demographic, so like, don't get angry at me. Just like how I wouldn't expect Sarah next door to be listening to Nicki Minaj and like Pop Smoke, because that's not the demographic those type of artists are trying to hit. But yeah, and then if there are black people at Taylor Swift concerts, I'm pretty sure like 9 out of 10 times they're normally coons. Taylor Swift should stop doing live performance, like performing, like dancing, because it doesn't look good unless she's gonna do a Dua Lipa and like work on it and actually improve over time. I don't think she should be dancing. I think she should have stuck to the guitar and the singing, because you have some delusional people out here saying that she's a bigger artist than Michael Jackson.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
And that's when I need to log out of my social media. My next artist is Kisha. Do I need to go on? Do I need to go any further? No. Kisha is just so like, I guess it's sort of pretty privileged, and that's just a whole video in itself that I could do for literally minutes and minutes and minutes. But JT was doing everything for Kisha. Kisha just doesn't have any energy on stage. Like, I think she's like one of the worst performers when it comes to rap girlies, and don't worry, I'm gonna come for you, Ice Spice, later. Don't worry about that. She just seems so like bored on stage, and JT has to come in and save the day. From the beginning of City Girls, we knew that JT was the star of the City Girls. We knew that. We all knew that, unless you're like seriously that delulu. But Kisha she seems so bored. Even I went to Wireless Festival, not the last, so like 2022, and the City Girls were performing, and like they both did good, but JT was just like, I don't know, she just had something, just a different energy, you know what I mean? She didn't look like she was thinking of what to have for dinner. Carisha is just Carisha. She's just quite mediocre. Most of the time she can't even rap on beat. Make it look like you're interested, you know what I mean? Just, yeah. And even the songs she does by herself, they're not that great. Actually, I could do a whole video about Carisha as well, and the City Girls. I've already done a video about the City Girls maybe a year ago. Last but not least, we have Miss Ice Spice, the queen of mediocrity and the queen of just absolutely giving us nothing on stage. Like, I would never ever pay to see Ice Spice live. That's like one of the dumbest things you could do, and I'm still shocked that people genuinely pay to see Ice Spice just shake her bum cheeks. Honestly, if you want to know, watch the Spotify performance where she gave the crowd literally nothing, and it's like she'd be out of breath but from like doing nothing. I'm like, why are you out of breath from just walking up and down the stage and just being there? Like, what? And then not only that, but then people have the audacity to compare these mediocre artists to like legends and higher ups. Like with Taylor Swift, people were saying, Taylor Swift is a better performer than Michael Jackson.
I beg your pardon.
Shut the front door. I beg your pardon. And then you have people saying Ice Spice is gonna be the next Nicki. Guys, shut up. Shut up. Honestly, that's delusion. That's the delusion that I don't even want in my life, guys. That's a delusion I don't want. Like, oh my gosh, that's when I need to log off of all social medias, when all she does is just whip her hair and walk back and forth and like give bare minimum. Like, that's why I said it's white mediocrity for me, because no black person on this earth, right, would get away with performing like Taylor Swift does or singing like she does. No one. If Nicki Minaj was to get on stage and to do what Taylor Swift does, you guys would be dragging her to filth. If Normani or Chloe Bailey or any black person was to get on stage and perform like Taylor Swift, you guys would be dragging them through the mud. And the music industry has gotten so mediocre and so bad. Like, talent doesn't even matter anymore. Like I always say, as long as you're pretty, you can rap a couple bars, people will take you in. Record labels will love that. But the mediocrity is so bad. Like, true talent is not even recognized anymore. That when someone actually is talented, you guys won't even give them their flowers or their credit, and you'll be making fun of them, saying this and that. But then with the mediocre artists, you'll be hyping them up and you'll be like making them seem like they're so big. That's generally what happens with these artists these days. Tyler seems like a great girl. She's pretty, obviously. But the way you guys are hyping this girl up and she's got one hit is a bit worrying. It's a bit concerning because she had Water, obviously, and then after that people were comparing her to Rihanna. They're like, oh, she's giving Island Girl vibe, she's like a young Rihanna after one song. Guys, calm down, chill out. The girl that was saying Make Me Sweat, Make Me Water and just shook her bum got a Grammy, and then she was compared to Rihanna. Like, you know what I mean? You know, she's a great singer. I've said this before. I think she could do a lot better and go a lot harder. Also, when I say someone can go a lot harder, it does not mean that the song or the singer is bad. When I say in a short, someone can go a lot harder, it just means that they could go a lot harder. They could have went harder with their bars. For example, say if Ice Spice did a song and I said, oh, you know, the song's okay, but she could have gone a lot harder. If I hear something and I can hear potential in someone's vocals, for example, like Tyler, I know she can go a lot harder. I know she's got potential and she could do more than saying Make Me Sweat, Make Me Water and just shaking your bum. I can see potential. I know she can go harder. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it because I can see potential or talent in someone and they can do a lot better than they are. It's not me knocking them. I just want to get that out of the way because a lot of people think that's what I'm like dissing them. I'm not. So mediocrity has gotten so bad that when someone has complex vocals or they can actually sing their bum off, like Tomorrow, aka Ariana Grande, people get their panties in a twist. People will be debating, this and that, and people. I remember under one of my videos, someone was debating with me that Taylor Swift is a better vocalist than Ariana Grande. Let that sink in for a moment. I was like, that's not an opinion. They're like, it's an opinion. That's not an opinion. It's a fact. Ariana Grande is a better vocalist than Taylor Swift. Point blank, period. Next caller.
Next caller.
But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you like this video. Like, comment. I want to see what you guys think, whether you agree, disagree. I want to debate. Honestly, it's fun for me. I like debating controversial things because, hello, literally my channel. Share this video with someone who needs to hear some facts, and see you on Saturday.
Oh, I'm going limp. I'm just gonna lie here, moaning, thinking about Taylor Swift. Tay Tay.